Show up. Hey everyone, what is up? This is your boy DJ Cool Thing back again with another live stream. And I'm sorry about the other, live stream. It was going so well until I saw that my live chat was freezing up. So thank you all for subscribing, hit the notification bell, so you get notified when I upload a brand new video or when I go live, something like this. So let's talk about what's been going on in my DJ career. So I just got done with a couple of gig logs. I did a 4th of July gig, and of course I did a church event for their kids camp, which is their vacation Bible school. We call it kids camp because it sounds more modern and it sounds better than saying VBS. And of course, we did 4th of July at Crazy Sam's Fireworks. It went really well. And all of them got over 100 views. So thank you all for watching these videos. And after that, I did what's next for me as a DJ for the rest of 2021. I did a why make the switch to virtual DJ, which I might make the switch back to Serato and Rekordbox. Seeing that virtual DJ isn't what I thought it was going to be. July 2021 bedroom scratch session, something very short because I was going to my grandma's house, I think. So I had to do a short scratch session before I had to, leave. And of course, follow me on Mixcloud, so that way I can help get followers on my Mixcloud. And of course, the Monster Audio Rock and Roll 3 tailgater speaker 4 years later. And that was to help celebrate the 4-year anniversary of the day I purchased my Monster Audio Rock and Roller 3 tailgater speaker. And I'm going to give you guys a little update on some of the gear that we have here in the man cave, because the rest is actually in the family room. We have the DJ 400 still. And it's still doing a really good job. It's still in one piece, unlike the SR2, where it's just falling apart at just 2 years old, 2 to 3 years old. Here's the DJ 400. Really great controller for smaller parties, smaller parties, smaller events, etc. Live streaming, practicing. Take it with me on the road. It's perfect. I mean, I was going to get the SP3, but I don't know. I definitely don't know why I didn't get the SP3. I guess because it came with Serato DJ Intro instead of the full Serato, instead of having to pay for Serato to use the SR2 and the SP3 together with one piece of software. I guess that would have been easier to go ahead and pay for Serato for the SP3. But then I bought the 400 because this came with a more professional piece of software right out of the box, and that is Rekordbox DJ version 6.5 or whatever, 6.1. So we'll just call it version 6. And the part cams are still doing really well. I'm using the Yamaha MG10 mixer in my setup. So that's one of the changes I made to the setup. Moving forward is the addition to using the MG10 again from Yamaha. And it's going to have a lot of amazing inputs and outputs, make it more versatile for one set of speakers, the JBL Eon 612s. And we still have, believe it or not, my Mad Owl park cans. You see how cool these things are? Or were. These were my first set of pars before I bought the Rock Par 50s with the RVLS1 tripod stands and the Rock Force 84, which came with the package. I didn't want DMX, but it came with the package anyway. So we have these Mad Owl park cans, which I might reuse as uplights. I was actually thinking about that. But then you need 2 separate plug, 2 different splitters, these orange splitters right here to plug each park can into here. How is your DMXing doing? Not good at all. Not good at all. Which is why I decided to ditch the 384, the Rock Force 384, and just use sound active mode. It makes it easier for me as a DJ. But DMXing, nope. Not doing it anymore. Not doing it anymore. So I decided to ditch my Rock Force 384 DMX controller and to take its place, my Yamaha MG10 mixer. Even though I have the DJ SR2, I can plug everything into the controller, but the sound may not be as loud as, you know, plugging into the Yamaha MG10, just tweaking my sound to where it needs to be. And let's talk about some upcoming gigs, because that's always interesting. My next gig, because I know you guys will be asking, when is your next gig? My next gig is early August. Sometime in the first or second, maybe even third Tuesday in August. So the first, second, or third Tuesday in August, we're going to have a party, a wedding celebration party for my brother and his wife, Christina, which is awesome. I can't wait. We're thinking about doing the Shrine Club again, going back to the Shrine Club, first time since May 29th, for my friend Allie and James. They had their wedding at the Shrine Club. It was awesome. We had a really good time. And that almost got 500 views, close to 500 views on that one video since May 29th, maybe sometime in the late May, early June, when I posted the video the day after the wedding, because it was like a little after midnight when I posted the video. And that was an awesome gig. Let me go to here. Yeah, wedding of Allie and James 1 month ago. It was posted on the 30th of May, 2021, which was exactly the day after, because it was midnight. It got 4 thumbs down and 18 thumbs up. So thank you all for liking the video and putting positive comments on that video. It was actually one of the most popular gig logs to date. Unlike the one at the Blessed Barn where my computer kept freezing up because it's the summertime in the South where it gets very humid. But we were thinking about doing the Shrine Club for the wedding party, wedding celebration, whatever you like to call it. But we might end up having it here in my very own house in my backyard, because we don't want to spend a fortune on the Shrine Club. Now, I was actually looking at pricing, but the pricing isn't available on the website for the Shrine Club. Walk-a-Mall Shrine Club. Pricing and packaging. And it says pricing information coming soon. It says contact so-and-so for rate quotes. Or email what their pricing are and what the packaging are for a wedding celebration at the Shrine Club for a Tuesday in August, before they go back to South Dakota, because my brother has to go back to school. So we're going to do something for them to help celebrate their marriage, because, you know, this would be like a wedding. It's be like a wedding reception, but we'll just call it a wedding celebration. Are you getting a website? Never. I just don't want that kind of publicity where I get people I do not know booking me as a DJ. Nope. I'm going to stick with what I know best: social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You know, stuff where I can, you know, have people that I know personally and they can book me as a DJ. I'm sticking with that. I'm sticking in the safe zone, because I don't want that kind of publicity and DJ for people I do not know outside of church, outside of school friends, my family. I just don't want to go outside of that because you never know. There's some bad people out there. So I don't want to. I actually want to stay in that safe zone. So social media is best for me. So I'm not getting a website. And after my brother's wedding celebration, we're having the Beach Church fall kickoff. With everything that's happened at Beach Church as of late, trying to find a new pastor, we may or may not have the Beach Church fall kickoff for 2021 here on YouTube, because you never know. I guess it depends on what I decide to do at that point. So there might be the Beach Church 2021 fall kickoff. Have you created pricing and packaging? I have. What up, sir? Not much. Not much. Just chilling. Have a good time. Talking about. We're just talking. I think what I'm gonna do right now is I'm go to my YouTube studio and edit this live stream before I lose this. Not much. Just talk about my upcoming gigs, which my next upcoming gig is in early August for my brother, because he recently got married, and we're gonna have him a celebration somewhere. I'm gonna put it in the description. I'm gonna say DJ update for July 15th, 2021, discussing upcoming gigs, gear, and more. There we go. And save. Saving changes. There we go. So we're almost at 500 subscribers. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and the notification bell. I have a gig this Saturday outside, 104 degrees. Good luck. I did a gig in 91-degree heat, very humid, and my computer froze up multiple times, even when I was inside the barn. I guess because the heat was still coming in inside the barn, making my computer hot and freezing it up. And that happened on May 23rd. But everything was better on May 29th when we did my friend Allie and her now husband, James, at the inside. We had an inside. Yeah, we have an indoor ceremony, indoor, buy a cooling fan. I actually did. And that thing sucks. I actually bought a cooling fan and it doesn't work. No matter what I did, it never worked. And it's actually made by Targus. It's one of those cheap budget brands you would find at Best Buy. And those are the only ones that were left. I was going to find a better quality one for a really good price, but they were all sold out. So I had to get whatever I could get at last minute. So I bought it on Best Buy's website. My grandma paid for it, and she picked it up. And it's a Targus laptop cooling pad. We have one tomorrow. It's looking like 77 and overcast. Got one on Sunday too. Looks to be in the mid 80s. Okay, that's awesome. Really, really awesome. And after the fall kickoff on August 22nd, we have my cousin Cheyenne's wedding on November 7th. And depending on, so I'm actually going to go to the message, because she did message me some of the songs that she wanted before she built the full playlist. Let me see if I can find it here. We got to go into my phone. Here we go, Shine Hope. And she wants Elvis. So she did request some Elvis Presley. So I'm definitely playing some of that. November is North Carolina. November in North Carolina is way warmer than Chicagoland. Yeah. I mean, the same thing with South Carolina. And she also wants a song called KCI and JoJo, All My Life. She also wants Savage Garden, Truly Madly Deeply, and Paramore, Still Into You. Those are the essential songs that she wants. And of course, Coheed and let's see what it says. Yeah, let's see what it says. And one of her favorite bands is Coheed and Cambria. Those are classics. Well, some of them are R&B, some of it's rock music, stuff that I'm not comfortable playing, but as a DJ, I have to play it. So Coheed and Cambria, KCI and JoJo, All My Life, Savage Garden, Truly Madly Deeply, and Paramore, Still Into You, and of course Elvis. Some of that stuff I don't feel comfortable playing at the gig, but as a DJ, I have to play it, even though it's going to sound so cringy, because it's not really my type of music. I'm mostly a pop guy, Christian music guy. You know, I just like the classics from pop, 2000s hip hop, and I'm not really that much into R&B, rock music. It's just not really my type of music to be playing at a gig. But, you know, they are paying me. It's something I have to do. Sometimes as a DJ, you have to play music that you're not comfortable playing. Like for me, rock music. I'm not really a rock music type of guy. I'm more of a pop guy. I'm an oldies type of guy when it comes to pop music, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. And I started losing interest in pop music in the mid 2010s. So early to mid 2010s is where I draw the line. Truly Madly Deeply is a nice one for a first dance. Yeah. Okay. But we'll see where each of those songs go when I get the full song list. But I'm definitely going to, whenever I play these songs, it's just going to sound so cringy that I want to get the heck out of there. I want to get the gig done and get the heck out of there. But it's for family. I'm going to do whatever I can do. So some of that stuff isn't really my type of music, but it's the client. I'm a DJ. It's for the client, even though it's going to sound so cringy to my ears. I just want to get the heck out of there and get the gig done and over with. So rock music and R&B music isn't really my type of music, especially with Truly Madly Deeply, Still Into You. That stuff I don't really know of. Do you have a wedding checklist? I actually don't, believe it or not. I don't. I just grab whatever I can. Yeah, I just pretty much grab everything. And if I don't see it up there, I know I have everything. So I don't really have a wedding checklist. Like, I never have one. I mean, Elvis is the only thing requested on this list so far that I will be comfortable playing. But when it comes to KCI and JoJo with All My Life and Savage Garden with Truly Madly Deeply and Paramore Still Into You, that's where I draw the line. It's stuff I'm not comfortable playing. I play everything. Yeah, I play everything too, but my most favorite type of music is pop, country, Christian music, contemporary Christian music, that is. I don't really play anything else. I don't feel comfortable playing anything else. But this band, Coheed and Cambria, I've never heard of. So, I don't know. Rock music isn't really my type of music, and R&B is not my type of music. Hey, DJ Tyler, what's up? What is up? So say hi to me in the live chat. Let's get a chat rolling here. But yeah, as a DJ, rock music isn't really my type of music to be playing because I mostly play pop music. a little bit of hip hop, but not too much. Country music. So do we, but clean versions only. Same thing here. I download nothing but clean music. As a DJ, it's good to be versatile. Yeah, it sure is. But even though it's music that I'm personally not interested in playing, and after that wedding, I'm pretty much done for the year. So after my cousin Cheyenne's wedding on November 7th, I'm pretty much done for the year except for New Year's Eve. So New Year's Eve is the last gig of the year before we go to 2022. And as far as new equipment is concerned, I have no intention of getting new equipment anytime soon. But for Christmas this year, I would love to get the JBL Eon 1 Compact. I could put on a speaker stand. It's in the JBL lineup. It's in the JBL brand, which means I can still keep that ecosystem of JBL speakers. Maybe even get the reloop tape, hook it into the Yamaha MG10 so I can record my voice as well as my controller, and record the entire night. Put it on my Mixcloud. That will really help my Mixcloud out tenfold. I'm going to buy new lights. Okay, that's good. Speaking of lights, I still have my old lights, believe it or not. As you can probably see here, I still have my old lights. I'm going to buy new lights. Payday as got a gig next month, August 21st. Awesome. And that's the day before my gig at Beach Church for their fall kickoff, if I decide to do the fall kickoff. Especially with the way Beach Church is going lately. I'm trying to get the rock wedge. Yeah, that's a decent one. Let me look it up. Rock wedge. It might look awesome, but I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to Amazon. I'm going to the rock wedge. Rock wedge. LED Rockville. Whoa. Those are nice. Especially this one right. Oh, that's not from Rockville. Wow, almost $500. It's crazy. It's like $800 for 6, not bad. Just get a second case in white. $800 with case. Battery power, yeah. Speaking of battery powered, we actually did a video about a battery powered speaker, the Monster Audio Rock and Roll 3 tailgater speaker, which I can use for a lot of house parties, a lot of outdoor parties where the area is really closed in, like an awning, at a place like a family member's house, or a place like a sports complex in North Myrtle Beach, the North Myrtle Beach Sports Complex. Don't know to get the Chave. Yeah, I don't really know what they look like. Intimidator scan from Chave DJ. Here we go. Chave. In Chave DJ Intimidator scan. Intimidator scan. Because I want to see what they look like. All right. Oh, they're uplights. It looks like uplights, but looks really nice. Those look really nice. But yeah, in the last live stream, I was actually talking about using these as uplights and put one on each side of the table, like shine it on the DJ setup, like put 2 in front of the speaker stands, have one on each SRAM, plug them in, and put them on sound active mode so they can dance to the beat of the music, especially when they're in the front or the back, maybe even inside the scrim. I don't know. I actually bought these like a year or so ago, like in January of 2020, and these have been really great lights ever since. Which DJ Tyler gave me crap for these, but they did the job. They definitely got the job done in 2020 into 2021. So I might reuse them as up lights. Plug them in, plug 3 of them in, one on each scrim, whether it's a speaker stand scrim or a table scrim to light up the scrims. But I don't know about the power situation. We have to use a orange extension. DJ Apocalypse and us use the same DJ Apocalypse and us use the in the video on our channel. That's cool. They did the job at the end of the day. They sure did. Even though with the gig log, DJ Tyler did say some negative things about these, saying that we need to upgrade the lights. But they did the job done. Yeah, they actually got the job done at the end of the day. And I'm actually going to reuse them as up lights. Put one on each scrim, like one on the left speaker, the other on the right speaker, and other on the center. Get like a 3-way power splitter, plug into my 4-way power splitter with the extension cord, and have them all powered up with the sound active mode, and they would definitely get the job done as up lights to light up my scrims. That was just a short idea that I had in mind. But also, I have a U-King battery-powered par like this. This U-King battery-powered par can, put it on sound active mode. But then, I would have to worry about battery life or about it draining, which is why I decided to reuse these, the metal par cans, as uplights for my scrims. So, I can line them up and check out the ADJ Focus Spot 4Z Pearl. Beautiful lights and powerful. I bet, but since I already have some spare lights that I'm not using, I might as well use them as up lights for my setup. Let me put this thing up. There we go. I'm going to put away my par cans for now. Put that to the side. Nice light. Yeah, thank you. I'll actually check that out. Even though they are really, really expensive. Let me check them out. ADJ Focus Spot. Let's see what it says. Focus Spot 4Z Pearl. Wow. The only problem is they are expensive, and I have no need for these lights. And I actually have no room for them. And if you take a look at my setup from, if you follow me on Instagram, and you've seen my setup from the last wedding, there is no room for the ADJ Focus Spot 4Zs, even if I wanted to get one. For me personally, it's too expensive, and I have no room to put them. Especially here in the South, where we have medium to small size venues. As I said before, there is no room in my setup for, spotlights. I don't know where to put them. I was thinking about my table, but the table is so small, and trusses might be, even more complicated. And finding a place to put them, if I want to get one or two in the future, but I just can't. For me, they are unnecessary and they're impractical. It's just like subwoofers. They're impractical, they're big, they're bulky, and of course, I just don't have room for it. So having a focus spot 4Z is just like getting a subwoofer. They're expensive and they're just too impractical for a southern wedding venue, like a barn wedding, a farm wedding, the shrine club where it's kind of closed in. That'll be way too much, especially with lights. The ADJ Focus Spot 4Zs would be way too much for that club. And they won't even show up with my Rock Par 50s with how bright they really are. But as far as cluster derby lights with strobe, I'll take a look at those. And let's see what the picture looks like, what it looks like. Cluster derby light with strobe. And go to images. Okay, those are nice. Really nice. The hardest part is finding a place for those lights. I mean, they look nice and everything, but I'm just going to stick with my Rock Par 50s. I mean, they do best for me, especially with sound active mode. I don't want to go too overboard with lights and, of course, sound. I mean, if you've seen my setup recently with the Rock Par 50s and the RVLS1 tripod stands, I mean, that's just best for me. That's the best I can do, and it's pretty much final when it comes to the main setup. The ceremony setup is definitely something I have to look at simplifying, especially for an outdoor ceremony. I'm thinking about getting the JBL EL1 Compact maybe for Christmas this year, because Christmas is 5 months away, and I think with the money that I got from 4th of July, I actually might get the re-loop tape. And for Christmas this year, I will definitely get the JBL EL1 Compact. We had our moving heads go on that video with the rock wedge on sound mode. That was an amazing thing to see. I bet it was. And I actually want to get TBN Productions on one of my videos one day. Do like and go to Restream. I'll send them a link and have them as a special guest. So if you guys want, if you guys follow me on Instagram over at instagram.com/DJ Cool Thing, I will do like a story to see who wants to become a special guest on my YouTube channel, just to help the other DJs out and really get them to, get them more subscribers. Because if they're on my channel, they're going to gain more subscribers. Seeing them on my channel, and their channel will grow tenfold, though it'll really grow dramatically over the last, it'll grow big time. Especially with TBN Productions, I would love to get them one day on a live stream, and we can just talk. We talk about DJ stuff. DJ Talk with TBN we'll call it DJ Talk with special guest TBN Productions. That'd be kind of cool. But with the picture, if you've seen my photo on Instagram, any of you guys mess with Twitch, I sure do. I actually have a Twitch, believe it or not. It's twitch.tv/DJ Cool Thing if you want to check me out. Even though none of my streams are saved, they're mostly live, and of course they go and they disappear. What does Restream cost? Nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. And I use it, no problem whatsoever. It doesn't cost a thing, especially for special guests. I did it with DJ Shadarin, and it worked just fine. It doesn't cost any money. See, I like to use stuff that's free, especially when it comes to services and websites. I like to use stuff that's free. But yeah, I actually do have a Twitch, as you probably see here. DJ Cool Thing last live a week ago, so it's been a week since I last went live. And this says this channel has no content. I guess because I go live with OBS, Restream. But I guess I will take a look at that light. Follow. Okay, I'm actually going to show that. Follow me on Twitch, DJ Bobby Bell. All right. And it's a good thing I have my phone here, my iPhone 10, best phone that I've ever used. It's definitely the most powerful phone I've used. So I'm going to go to the Twitch app on my handy-dandy iPhone and go down to DJ Bobby Bell. All right, 70 followers. I just followed DJ Bobby Bell. Sweet. I will definitely check out your live streams when I can. Especially with having the Twitch app on my Apple TV. I can, watch any live stream on my TV. I sure did. I just followed you. And that way, next time I go live, you can actually watch my stream and we can just hang out on Twitch. You're welcome. Hopefully you got the notification. Because I don't know if I pressed the right one. I mean, it said DJ Bobby Bell, and I pressed follow. I don't know if it's if it's the right one or not. But I guess I will check out that live that DJ Tyler put on there. It's called The Beams. Multi AC IS 4 Derby laser with strobe, laser with wash and strobe. I'll take a look at that and see what it looks like, because I think those are okay. I'm glad you just got. So I'm glad you got the notification. Wow. There's okay. There's Chave. It's just called a swarm wash effects. That's all I got. In the search results, there's no beams. Yeah, there is no beams thing. But it does look nice. Images. Some that look really. Wow. That looks nice. If you're a party DJ, but as a. So my idea of lights. I mean, thank you for all the recommendations and everything. Wash lights are definitely the best way to go, especially for a lot of formal events and different parties and stuff, because that way it's not, too overloaded, That's not too much. We use the swarm effects. We use 2 of them. That's pretty cool. That's neat. See, my idea of lighting is wash lights. That way, it's not too blinding. It's not too much, and it's just right. But yeah, the Rock Par 50s are absolutely amazing. What I like about those is you can actually daisy chain the power into one single outlet, which I think is really neat. Because each of them have an IC cable to plug in and have it all on one outlet. I have tons of lights, but I just use gig bars. Now a lot easier when it comes to setup and breakdown. Yeah, I was actually thinking about a Chave gig bar, but my dad found something better and cheaper. He found something cheaper on Rockville's website, and it's a package, a lighting package with 8 Rock Par 50s with the RVLS1 tripod stands, and of course the Rock Forest 84. That whole lighting package was probably cheaper than buying something like the Chave gig bar. I wanted to get the gig bar because of the simplicity of setting up and tearing down. But then, seeing how much they were compared to what I have now, yeah, Rockville is definitely better for me, since my dad did pick it out. And he did a really good job at picking out the right set of lighting for what I need. And I can put them on sound active mode, and they will be very simplistic, and it makes it a lot easier. Dance to the beat of the music. I don't even have to touch them again for the rest of the night. When I put them on sound active mode, it dances to the beat of the music, which I think is absolutely amazing. So sound active mode is way better than DMX. I tried it, and it just, especially when I want to get a haze machine. I bet. Yeah, those are really cool. Haze machine. Yeah, those are really nice, having a haze machine. But with a haze machine where I live, it'll be way too much, especially with the size of the venues I've DJed at. You saw how small each of the venues were. Everything from the Blessed Barn to the Shrine Club. Being that small, a haze machine or a fog machine would be way too much, especially with that being so closed in. And yeah, it was so closed in. Discs have it a lot easier today with equipment than we did back in the day. Absolutely. Yeah, that is definitely true. We have a lot easier today with equipment than we had back in the day. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We have a lot easier equipment to make our jobs a whole lot easier than we did back in the day. Haze is just a little bit that comes out of, yeah. It's not like a smoke machine. Yeah. But with both a haze machine and a smoke machine, because they're almost the exact same, it's just way too much for what I need it for. Well, on a personal level. So I just don't really do anything like that. It's just overkill for the size of venues that we have here in Conway/Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where some of the venues are small to medium size and they're really closed in. They're like houses, believe it or not, with a wall and another wall being so close together and just being way too overkill. Especially being on the river, we definitely don't want too much going into the river. The Conway River, the Waccamaw River, we definitely don't want too much haze or smoke. Depending on which one you get, I don't want too much going into the river, especially when I go back to the Shrine Club. people are going in and out of the venue. Some places out there won't let you use smoke or fog machines. Definitely, and I choose not to. I mean, it's just too much for me to carry around. So that's what I'm trying to do with all the bags and stuff that I've been doing. I've been trying to minimize, set up and load, load in and load out. Equinox, Crossfire, XP Gobo. I mean, I'll check it out. Equinox, Crossfire, XP Gobo. Images. Okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Those are cool. 80-watt LED DMX Moonflower. Those are nice. But I wouldn't personally get them on a personal level with what I got so far. What sound system do you guys use? I use JBL. I use a JBL Eon 612 tops, just the tops. So me personally, I have 2 Ion Audio Total P Maxes, and I got the JBL Eon 612s. No subwoofer, just the tops. But I guess it does make sense. Alto 12s. Yeah, those are really nice. I was actually looking at Alto, but I don't really know. So the JBLs were better for me, and it was right in my price range. I mean, I like Alto and everything because of DJ Bright Eyes, but on a personal level, I'm gonna stick with my JBLs. They're better for me, and of course, they were in my price range back at Christmas time. It was either that or the ZLX 12Ps from Electro Voice. Alto Professional TS 312 2000 watt 12-inch active loudspeakers. Awesome. So yeah, I want to know what sound system you guys use. For me personally, I just use the JBL Eon 612s with a Yamaha MG10 mixer, the SR2 from Pioneer DJ, and that's how I get my sound in. And for microphones, I have the Tonor TW820s, which is kind of a budget brand when it comes to wireless microphones, and they sound amazing. They sound crystal clear. They have a volume knob on the box for each of the wireless microphones. They're made out of metal, which makes them, in better quality than the plastic microphones that you get for karaoke machines. Yeah, they're just way better. So the Tonor TW820s for microphones. The controller is a DDJ SR2. And with my other system, I have the DJ 400, a Monster Audio Rock and Roll 3 tailgater speaker, and of course, Rekordbox and Serato for my software of choice. I tried Virtual DJ and it sucked. I hated it, especially with some of the kind of the exclusive features that you would only get in Serato and Serato or Rekordbox. Like some of the effects knobs don't even work. On the SR2, I don't know which buttons don't work. I mean, there are some buttons on the SR2 that don't work, and there's some buttons on the SR2 on the DJ 400 that don't work. Well, I didn't really lose money. I'm still going to be keeping it for live streams, believe it or not, because it's well integrated with Twitch and other social media platforms that I can go live on and do like a live mix on Twitch, because it does better than the Tion A4. And it's actually in the sound is built right in. I don't even have to connect a microphone or anything to it. I guess I did connect a microphone, and it doesn't work when it comes to the microphone. But I'm slowly keeping Virtual DJ, believe it or not. I have two ETX 15 and 18. I also have four 12-inch K2 QSCs and two QSC subs. Awesome. Yeah, me personally, I would never invest in any kind of subwoofer, especially with it being overkill where I live, especially with the venues not being as big for the sound to travel. It'd be way too much bass. Because, I mean, if you've seen the gig log, if you've seen the gig log from Allie and James, I did the Shrine Club, and that subwoofer been way too much bass. Especially from where I was standing to the very other end of the club, it would have been way too much bass. So I don't really invest in subs. Even with the Blessed Barn, because the Blessed Barn was way too small. It was so crammed together. It was so crammed together and way too much bass. What the heck? 2 thumbs down on this video right now? What the heck, guys? You guys hate me or something? That I deserve 2 thumbs down? You guys rock controllers. Yep, I rock a controller. I use a DJ SR2, and I also have a secondary controller for a lot of my smaller setups, the DJ 400. What the heck is going on with this video? 2 thumbs down, and yeah, I got 2 thumbs down. There we go, a thumbs up. Thank you. 2 thumbs up, that's pretty cool. DJ SB. Okay, I mean, if you want to use that, then that's fine with me. As a mobile DJ, it doesn't really matter what I use. Man, this is uncomfortable. So DJ Tyler rocks the DJ SB. I have 2 controllers. I have a DJ SR2 for a lot of my larger setups, and for my smaller setups, the DJ 400, which are both good controllers. I've used both of them countless times. But for my last couple of gigs, I used the DJ 400 because I was doing a lot of smaller parties and a lot of smaller events. So DJ Tyler has the DJ SB. What else do you guys use? I want to know what Bobby Bell uses. If he uses a controller, a full-fledged DJ system with CDJs, turntables. I want to know what you use. So what do you use, Bobby Bell? I'm going to upgrade to the DJ 800, but got to save up. Yeah, that's a really good controller, the DJ 800. That was actually one of my options compared to the DJ SR2. I use Technics 1200 with an S9 mixer, and I also have the Rain 12s with the 72. That is awesome. That's really neat. Really neat. Those are, especially the SL 1200s, those are the original turntables from the 1980s. With an S9 mixer, and of course you have Rain 12s with the 72. That's cool. So I want to know what you actually, I got a question for you guys. What software do you use? Like, I actually use 3 pieces of software. I use 3 pieces of DJ software. I use Virtual DJ, Serato, and Rekordbox. So even though I did buy Virtual DJ Pro, I'm still staying with Serato and Rekordbox for a lot of professional types of events. 2 CDJ 900 and 900 mixer SX2 or XX2. That's cool. That's neat. So I want to know what software you guys use. VJ Pro. Yeah, that's a good one. So for me, I use all 3 for the DJ400 and the SR2. So I actually use Serato, Rekordbox, and Virtual DJ. So I actually switch off between different softwares. Virtual DJ for a lot of smaller. Well, I actually want to try using. I want to try using Virtual DJ. If it fails to do the job, then I might just use Serato and Rekordbox. Serato and Rekordbox. Serato for the SR2, and of course Rekordbox for my DJ400. Because it's a plug and play, it feels native to the software, it better complements the hardware. So Serato it better complements the SR2, and of course with my DJ400, I use Rekordbox. I might try Tractor. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I might want to try Tractor as well, especially with the Pioneer stuff that I have. I have a 400 and an SR2. I don't know if it's, compatible enough. But I guess I'll take a look at Native Instruments and take a look at their software and see what we got for the SR2 and the 400, if it's compatible. Tractor. We'll just type in Native Instruments. Native Instruments. Because I actually want to see if Tractor is compatible with the SR2 and my DJ400. Let's see what we got here. Products. I also rock original vinyl. That's cool. That's really neat. Tractor digital DJing. We'll take a look at some of the compatibility for their hardware. Essential 4-channel DJ controller. Awesome. DJ software. We'll take a look at Tractor Pro 3. See what it's compatible with. Compatible controllers. And it's $99. Tractor works with all controllers. Tractor Pro 3 can be used with any MIDI controller. If you want to integrate a controller, you have 3 options. Been collecting since 1985. Wow, that's a long time. Both the software and hardware are designed in tandem with each other for seamless plug-and-play integration. Okay, that's pretty cool. Tractor ready controllers. It's pretty cool. But I guess we can take a look at the free one if I want to try it out without having to pay a single thing. So I'm going to go back to the previous page. Tractor DJ2 is what is free. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Bobby, know how it is to carry milk crates full of LPs, then not fun. Yeah. I bet if I decided to DJ with vinyl, it wouldn't be fun because I have tons of vinyl. I guess we take a look at Tractor DJ2. There's no compatible controllers. It's hard to tell, what Tractor DJ2 is like with my Pioneer gear. Hook up the Tractor Control S2, Z1, or Audio 2 to get the mix straight right away. Okay, so there's no compatible controllers for the Tractor DJ2. Free one may not work with a controller. Okay. Let's take a look at Tractor LE. We have take 10 crates to house parties, not fun. I bet. Yeah, I'll put that to the side. But now we have external hard drives that we can put all of our music on. And of course, we have streaming music, which is not good at all. It's not really there yet. So streaming music like Tidal, SoundCloud, Beatport Link, and BeatSource Link is not there yet because they don't have enough music to download offline. Which is why I stick with digital files on my external hard drive. It's there wherever I need it, and it's seamless. There's no problems, especially with buffering and loading up the song. Been there, done that back in the 90s. Yeah. I was actually born in the 90s, believe it or not. Just imagine what DJs were like when I was born. I was born in 1994. And if you guys know, Virtual DJ actually came out at the tail end of the 90s into the 2000s. So Virtual DJ was definitely the first ones to step up and say, hey, we're going to create a piece of DJ software for the mobile DJs who have controllers and mini controllers and stuff. Yep. I use a 5 terabyte for MP3s and MP4s. I have used CDs. Me too. I have tons of CDs. I have hundreds upon hundreds of CDs that I've imported into my computer for better transport of those albums. I found that out after I was doing the boat party and found out that I graduated in 93. Wow, my parents got married in 93. Yeah, they got married in February of 93. So when you graduated in 93, my parents were already married. And I always loved watching their wedding video and seeing the DJ that they had. They had a radio DJ named Mixon Dixon from, I think it was KZQ. Yeah, it was KZQ, which is our rock station. Yeah, it was a rock station here in Myrtle Beach, in Horry County, South Carolina. So my parents had a radio DJ who did a wedding. That's cool. I graduated in 2013. So it's been 8 years since I graduated. And then decided to go to college for 2 years. That didn't work out. Decided to get a job, and I became a DJ. I did radio for 10 years. That's cool. Absolutely cool. Really neat. But yeah. If you guys want to know how I became a DJ, yo, DJ Fresh Vince, what is up? What is up? But yeah, we're discussing, we're just having a little DJ update for July 2021. So, and this is actually my road to 500 subscribers. So I actually want to thank you all in advance before I forget, So thank you all for helping me get to 500 subscribers. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys supporting me as a DJ, even though some of you give me crap, but it's just part of the learning process of being a DJ YouTuber and helping me grow. That's cool. But let's actually check my YouTube. Let's see if we can. I'm actually going to be doing this live stream until we reach 500 subscribers. I'm at 481. 481 subscribers. Almost to 500 subscribers. We got like 10 or 20 more until we reach the full 500 subscribers. I'll be caught up to Carl Thomas. Yeah, I'll definitely be caught up to Carl Thomas, but not really there yet. It's like he is getting more subscribers faster than me. Because I look at his YouTube channel, and he actually reached 500 subscribers way before I did. You must have been 4 years old when I started DJing. Yeah, 1998. I was 4 years old in 1998. Yeah, I was born in April of 1994, which means I was 4 years old in 1998. And during that time, I was mostly listening to music on cassette tape, especially inside the car. We had a cassette tape playing. We had a cassette deck in the car with an FM and AM radio. It was really basic it was really high tech for the time in the late 90s, early 2000s. But I graduated in 2013, and maybe I get to DJ the 10-year high school reunion of Carolina Forest High. So that'd be kind of cool. That'd be an awesome gig for 2023 is the 10-year high school reunion of Carolina Forest if they can get me to DJ. I started using Serato in 2003. Whoa. Dang. That's a long time. That is a long time. See, Serato just got into the mobile DJing game 2 or 3 years ago with Serato DJ when they moved from Serato Scratch Live, Serato Itch. When they upgraded to regular Serato, Serato DJ, they started adding controllers in. And Serato was meant for the turntablists. Virtual DJ was for the mobile DJs who had controllers, because it was built for mobile DJs who just play music front to back. I started using Serato in 2003. Wow. I still have the first Serato Scratch Live interface box still works. I bet it does. So here's my story of becoming a DJ. From 2002 to 2000, who is Carl Thomas? It's spelled with a K. I'm using Virtual DJ when I was 13. Awesome. Yeah, I used Virtual DJ for about 6 months when I first became a working DJ, but then found out it wasn't as responsive. So I moved up to Serato DJ Lite. I fell in love with it, and here I am, and still do to this day. I bet. So I started using Virtual DJ, now 26. Wow. That's a long time. So Serato was definitely my most favorite based on its responsiveness, its professional look, its professional feel. It just feels native to me, and everything works plug and play with Serato, and it's way better than Virtual DJ, because with Virtual DJ you have to pay for it to use it. So I just wasted almost $300 on a crappy piece of software that doesn't really work well for me in the first place, with most of the knobs and buttons being deactivated and disabled, that I can't even use it. Especially on the DJ400, the effects knob doesn't work, and the release effects doesn't work. Like the on and off switch for the effects don't work. With the SR2, I think the key sync and the key shift buttons work, but the buttons for the Serato pitch and time definitely does not work. but all the necessary stuff works, all the basic stuff works. But the stuff that is, only available with Serato and Rekordbox doesn't work with Virtual DJ. If Serato, if Atomics is going to make a software, make it work. Definitely make it work. And I'm basing this off my experience, my own personal experience when using the 400 and the SR2 with Virtual DJ. Another problem I have with Virtual DJ is the poor integration with my Serato crates and my Rekordbox folders or playlists, whatever I like to call them. Some of the songs, it says file not found. I mean, come on. It should already update. As soon as I open up Virtual DJ, it should work. But I'm still going to be using Virtual DJ for the auto mixing during cocktail hour and dinner, and switch over to Serato for my mixing for the open dance set and all that kind of good stuff. And I'll still use Virtual DJ for auto mixing, but for actual mixing on the dance floor, Serato is definitely best for that. Based on my personal experiences over the last 3 years of being a DJ. I mean, I still like Virtual DJ because of the drum kit and everything. It's really good to play around with. But as far as using it professionally, we'll have to see. We'll see how it, makes a difference in my performance as a DJ. When I'm staying on that stage, performing in front of a crowd, we'll see how Virtual DJ performs, especially on this computer right here, because we're actually live streaming with my DJ laptop, the MacBook Air 2018, and it has a 1.6 gigahertz Intel Core i5 with 8 gigabytes of RAM. That's definitely the performance of this computer. It's a 1.6 gigahertz Intel Core i5 with 8 gigabytes of RAM, and it's got an Intel UHD graphics card 617, I think. I think it's 617. About this Mac. Yeah, it's a 13-inch Retina MacBook Air 2018, which I've had since 2019. A 1.6 dual-core Intel Core i5, 8 gigabytes of RAM, LPDDR3 RAM, and it's got an Intel UHD graphics 617, 1536 megabytes. I sold my controller. I had the Gold DJ SZ2. Wow. That's cool. I want to get a PC that I can use as a backup for music for home use. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if we use PC or Mac. I actually did a video like that, and I didn't really go into depth of what, of the PC side of things, but I did talk about what I use. And it doesn't really matter if you use PC or Mac, because you're the only one who's looking at the screen. The guests or your clients are actually on the other side of the booth on the dance floor, dancing to your music. It does the job at the end. It sure does. And let me tell you, I actually don't really hate PC all that much, because my work computer, my office computer, is actually an HP NV20 all-in-one desktop computer running Windows 10. And let me tell you, that computer takes forever to stay at a constant speed and at a constant performance speed. I mean, that computer is like 5 to 6 years old. It's been in my office for the last 6 years, since October of 2015. I remember the first day we got it, it came with Windows 8. Yeah, it came with Windows 8. Then we upgraded to 8.1, and of course, Windows 10. And that's actually my work computer. I mean, I guess I can give Microsoft, praise for having business machines. better business machines. But for DJing, Macs are way better when it comes to performance, especially with the turbo boost. That's one thing that Macs have that PCs don't have, and that's the turbo boost up to a certain amount of gigahertz of the speed. So Macs are way better for DJing because of its performance and its turbo boost. But when it comes to PC and Mac, they both use the Intel processor. But Macs are becoming better than PC, especially with the M1 chip. The M1 chip has no moving parts, and I guess it'll probably do better with outdoor gigs with having no moving parts at the end of the day. But I guess there are some really, really expensive PCs out there, like gaming laptops. Gaming laptops are the most expensive. So if you want to you can definitely see that the price of a Mac and a price of a PC are exactly the same based on its spec. So I guess getting software depends on your performance, your computer's performance. I have two MacBook Pros, one 13-inch, one 17. That's cool. The Mac game. Team Mac. I'm actually on Team Mac because I got this. This is my iPhone 10. See, I'm actually in the Apple ecosystem, so Macs are easier for me because of AirDrop. I can AirDrop videos from my iPhone into my Mac. I can AirDrop my music from one computer to the next. If I have two Macs, I can AirDrop from one to the next and have all my music synced up together without going back to the record pool and downloading the music individually. Where I can go from the downloads folder, I can select all the music that I've downloaded, and I can AirDrop to my other Mac just like that. See, with a PC, you have to use a thumb drive or an external hard drive to copy all the music back and forth, which is a pain. I know what that's like because when I switched from PC to Mac, it took forever. It absolutely took forever to get all the files onto another computer, especially as a DJ. My laptop is an Intel Core i5 9300 HF CPU, 2.4 gigahertz, 8 RAM, GeForce GTX 1650, Windows 10 Pro 64-bit. Awesome spec. That is an awesome spec. See, I don't know what my specs are for the HP NV20. I guess I can take a look at the specs for the HP NV20 all-in-one desktop computer from 2015. So we'll take a look at the HP NV20. Yeah, HP NV20 Touch Smart. And we'll put in 2015 because that's when we got it in 2015. Here we are. Amazon. SSD hard 500, but going to get the SSD 1 terabyte. Wow. Yeah, it's really hard to tell what the specs are. Apple gang all the way. Definitely. So let me get my handy iPhone. Let's see here. Description. Manufacturer, it's an HP 20 D113W. Screen size it's a 20-inch. I had 3, but gave one to my daughter. Okay. I got 2 MacBook Pros. One is customized for strictly DJing. $670 it costs. Wow. Let's see here. It's a Intel Pentium G20T with 2.5 gigahertz of RAM and 4 gigabytes solid state drive. 1 terabyte operating system, Windows 8. Oh, that's what this one is. It must have been changed up from 2015. I can't remember. No, Apple for me. You know what I use, gaming laptops. But gaming laptops if you are playing video games. But for DJing, Apple. I know he does. And I bet you it cost him a fortune to get all those computers. I know DJ Rick Webb uses Windows 10. And speaking of Windows, they're actually creating a Windows 11. I have Mac desktop for fun usage. Okay. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. One MacBook Pro M1 chip. Yeah, that's good. But it doesn't really matter what we all use as DJs. What's really cool is that all of the softwares are multi-platform. They both work on Windows, and they all both Windows 11 not out till October. Okay. So I guess when Windows 11 comes out, I have to go to the office and update to Windows 11. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to update to Windows 11 when it comes out in October. And hopefully it's definitely compatible with my 5-year-old office computer. It's an all-in-one desktop that runs Windows 10, and it does a really good job for my office stuff, which is social media browsing, watching YouTube videos, you name it. Anything basic is really good for that. And of course, I can actually use it as a practice machine for my DJ 400. It looks different than the 11, I bet. But it's a good thing I'm not stuck with just Mac. I also have a PC as well at the office. I have an HP NV20 all-in-one desktop computer from 2015, and it still runs perfectly well 6 years later. Almost 6 years later, come October. I was freaking out when I upgraded to Big Sur, and Serato wasn't compatible with the M1, but I'm glad I got solved. Yep, I am so glad too. I'm glad too. Which is a good thing I have Virtual DJ. I can use it as a backup so I can safely upgrade to the newest operating system when it comes out. I can use Virtual DJ until Serato comes out with its compatible version. But as of, when the new version comes out, which is going to be version, let me see here, about this Mac OS 12. When Mac OS 12 comes out, I'm definitely going to wait until Serato comes out. I still got an old Dell laptop with Windows. I use it to get a good laugh. I bet. I will never forget the Windows 98 days. My first computer was actually a Windows 98 machine from Patriot Computers or whatever it was called. It was a Hot Wheels computer. I may get the Star Class. Okay. I don't know what that is, but okay. I definitely don't know what that is. So yeah, I don't know what that is. But as with all of my future purchases, it's going to be the JBL EO1 Compact, and of course the reloop tape. That's about it. Other than that, I'm pretty much good to go because I have everything I need. Okay. Because I don't know what's star. Okay. Oh, it's a background. It's insanely priced. Oh, I had the reloop tape, the first edition. That's the one I'm getting because it's got a USB port where I can plug in my Toshiba 1 terabyte hard drive and save the entire night on a 1 terabyte hard drive. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm actually going to get the first edition reloop tape because it's got a USB port. I can't really deal with the whole micro SD card thing. Being hard to come by, very hard to transfer. Here we are. My Toshiba hard drive. I'm actually going to use this with the reloop tape. So all of my family home movies that I've been transferred over from DVD have been deleted off this drive because I don't really need it a whole lot, especially when archiving videos. Everything is online nowadays, so I decided to get rid of my videos and just keep my family home movies on DVD. Nice. The second one seems a bit better because it's rechargeable. Well, I would kind of like the first one. Yeah, I definitely would want the first one because it's got a USB port. So I can plug in this and I can have it all saved. I have the HSD I can't even say that. It's a tongue twister. I have the HHD 1 terabyte hard drive for my music. For me, I have a Lacey 1 terabyte rugged external hard drive. I've had this thing for about a year and it's still going strong. But either one works nice, though. I used to record at my gigs. That's what I'm going to do as well. I'm going to use the first reloop tape. I'm going to plug in this external hard drive, this Toshiba one that I'm no longer using, and I'm going to use it to record the entire night. Especially to record the gigs and save it to Mixcloud so that we guys can hear. If you follow me on Mixcloud, you'll definitely hear the entire night. Everything from speeches to, from the. I'm actually going to start recording right at the ceremony so you guys can hear the ceremony, the cocktail hour dinner, the cocktail hour music, the dinner music, the reception, the open dance set. And then, since I'm an old school guy, I might take that and put it onto a CD. Here they are. These are the verbatim. But either one works nice, though. I use to record at gigs. So since I'm an old school type of guy and still recording on physical media, recordable physical media, I got mine for free from the Reloop company. Yeah, that sucks. I didn't get one from the Reloop company. I guess because I wasn't a DJ at that time. Gotta go. Okay, gonna play some PS4. Okay. Thank you for joining the live stream. If you live later, maybe pop in again. Yeah, I actually will, believe it or not, just to help my YouTube channel out and keeping up to date. Maybe I'll do another live stream for you guys here on YouTube, or maybe even on Instagram if you follow me on Instagram. So it's because I won a mixtape of the month, January 2018. Wow, that's before I became a DJ. Yeah, that's way before I became DJ Cool Thing. Yeah, that's way before I became a DJ. Way before. But yeah, as a working DJ, it's always good for me to keep my stuff keep my stuff archived onto this drive, on this disc here, this CD. So this is where the reloop tape mixes will come from. I can plug that into my computer and have the file recorded onto a CD. I still hook up on Reloop. That's cool. So yeah, my Reloop tape probably will come when I put my money in the bank from 4th of July weekend. So yeah, whenever I record a DJ gig, it's going to be put onto a CD. Everything from the ceremony, the cocktail hour, the dinner, the reception, the whole 9 yards. We posted or put onto a CD for archival reasons, so I can always remember that particular gig, or put it on Mixcloud. That's what I'm also going to do as well. I'm going to put it on Mixcloud and upload it directly from the hard drive, and it'd be awesome to do that. So everything from the ceremony all the way down to the reception will be recorded with the Reloop tape. Even with the before wedding music, before the wedding even starts, for when guests are being seated, that will go onto the Reloop tape as well with the recording. Because sometimes I can DJ for 6 hours, 7 hours on end. When it comes to a wedding, putting it onto this hard drive will definitely be best than putting it on a 16 gigabyte flash drive. So this is my Toshiba 1 terabyte external hard drive that all of my mixes are going to be from all of my gigs starting in 2022. Since my DJ gigs are just about over, I might as well just not go ahead and buy the Reloop. I'm actually going to buy the Reloop tape and not use it until 2022 when I start back all of my gigs. Maybe even record New Year's Eve. That'd be kind of cool. But we'll see. Well, 6 hours. Mostly 6 hours. Yep, I've DJ'd a wedding for 6 hours. Which I think is amazing. I mean, they wanted to party all night long. And that was actually the one at the Shrine Club. They wanted to dance all night long. So, which is why it's not big enough for a 16 gigabyte SanDisk Cruiser Glide flash drive. So I use the 1 terabyte external hard drive. This can fit hours upon hours worth of recording from the Reloop tape. So yeah, my last wedding was 6 hours long. So with that being 6 hours, I don't know if that will be enough to put onto a 16 gigabyte SanDisk Cruiser Glide flash drive. Does that include ceremony, cocktail hour, or just dance, or just straight? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe that does include ceremony and cocktail hour. But we'll see. I mean, it's hard to tell how long the wedding was. I think it started at, I can't remember what time it started. Let me see here. My channel. I'm definitely going to have to look back at my gig log and see how long that gig was and what time we started the ceremony. And I was there for a good long time. Which is why with the Reloop tape, I don't know if it'll be big enough for a 16 gigabyte flash drive. Because this is all I have when it comes to a flash drive is 16 gigabytes worth of storage. I don't know if it'll be enough right away to last the entire night. Which is why I decided to use my Toshiba 1 terabyte hard drive because I know it will fit onto a 1 terabyte Toshiba hard drive. Here we go. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to go to the part where, let me see here. I think it started at 4:34. I don't even know. Oh, that's my setup tour. Here we are. Oh, these were just showing off all the decorations when you walk into the door. Wow, it was very beautiful. I love the Shrine Club. Welcome on watching this gig log. We got about 15 more minutes before we actually start our introductions for the ceremony. So we're going to play some music. You keep playing our guest walking in music. So be on the lookout for more of the wedding goodness. We just have to start at 4:15 because it starts at 4, but we're gonna have to wait till 4:15. Yeah. So 4:15. Yeah, I started DJing at 4:15 and ended at 11:30. I believe it. I think it'll be big enough for a gig. I used a 64 gigabyte flash drive and it saved multiple recordings. Wow. Especially with a 6-hour wedding. I don't know if a 6-hour wedding will fit onto a 16 gigabyte SanDisk Cruiser flash drive, which is why I was thinking about this, because it holds plenty of storage for multiple recordings that I can save all my recordings to. But yeah, with my SanDisk Cruiser, it's a 16 gigabyte. But we don't know really, how many hours can fit onto a 16 gigabyte. I guess I'll have to do some Google search, because this thing is actually small enough to fit inside the reloop tape. But this, you can actually use the USB cord. I don't know. I mean, I got multiple options to choose from when it comes to saving the file, whether it's on a flash drive or my Toshiba 1 terabyte external hard drive. I mean, well, it's possible because it automatically stores the recording to MP3. Yeah, it does. It definitely does. But yeah, with the 16 gigabyte flash drive, we don't really know if it's good for 6 hours, because my gigs are no longer than 6 hours, especially for a wedding. But this is actually perfect for like smaller parties, like an hour or so. So I'm definitely gonna be using the flash drive if it is enough space for a 6-hour wedding that includes the ceremony, the cocktail hour, the dinner, the reception, just basically the whole 9 yards. And playing the songs all the way through. Definitely all the way through. Until we get to the end of the track, and then we make the switch. So basically my sets here are going to have whole songs. Yep, they're going to have whole songs. That's why, because I want to be able to record a 6 to 7 hour mix from the weddings that I do and put them onto an MP3, and I can save the audio recording to Mixcloud. So got my 16 gigabyte flash drive. I mean, we'll try it out. Yeah, we'll definitely try out the thumb drive and see if it's still enough space for a 6-hour file, especially at 320 kilobit. Yeah, 320 kilobit per second MP3. So that is one of the tech purchases that I'll be purchasing in 2021 is the reloop tape with the USB. Since USB is better for me, I can just plug it in to the computer and have that file uploaded to the cloud and to Mixcloud. So yeah, this is a SanDisk Cruiser Glide 16 gigabyte flash drive. And I don't know if that's enough for a 6-hour file. One file that's 6 hours, especially if I do something like that again. Which is why I was switching over to the Toshiba hard drive, the Toshiba hard drive. It's 1 terabyte, which is plenty of space to work with. Yeah, I got a 16 gigabyte flash drive here compared to a 1 terabyte external drive, which will save multiple files. Well, with that said, other than that, I'll be purchasing the JBL Eon 1 or maybe even stick with my Monster Audio Rock and Roll 3 tailgater speaker. Since speakers are, expensive, I guess it depends on how much I have to spend during Christmas, and then I'll be able to get whatever I can get for my DJ business in 2022, especially for my 2022 weddings, whether it's a JBL Eon 1 compact or the Bose S1. I mean, there are many brands out there for battery-powered systems, especially for connecting things like my phone and also my wireless lapel to one speaker and have a loud enough sound to reach the entire crowd and reach up to the officiant to where they can hear, so they can hear themselves. I know a lot of professional DJs use the Maui 5 Go, or the LD Systems Maui 5 Go, but I don't know about the price of those compared to having a PA system like a top, like an 8-inch top for ceremony, whether it's the JBL Eon 1 or the JBL Eon 1 compact or the Bose S1. I mean, they're both good and everything, but we'll see when the time comes, because we got like 5 months to think about it. Yeah, we got 5 months to think about what we're going to be purchasing for Christmas and seeing what we want, especially for a speaker. Or, if we can't afford any of them, we'll just stick with whatever I got, which is the Monster Audio Rock and Roll 3 tailgater speaker, but move it towards the crowd a little bit so it won't be too far out. So yeah, when I do outdoor events, the Monster Audio Rock and Roll 3's line output we connect to the reloop tape. And of course, connect the reloop tape to the Yamaha MG10 for cocktail hour, dinner, and reception. Put it all into a 16 gigabyte SanDisk Cruiser flash drive because it's small enough. It'll take up a lot less space than using an external hard drive, especially with the cable being so loose. It will come disconnected, and I will lose the entire recording. So a flash drive would be better for me for the reloop tape. Just plug it straight in. I won't lose connection if I keep it perfectly still. It's like with this hard drive, because I've had problems with this thing disconnecting in the past, along with my Lacy hard drive. External hard drives have a tendency of getting disconnected randomly, and you might lose your music. You might lose a connection to your music, whatever, depending on where you store your music. You got to keep it perfectly still and not move it all around, like move it here, move it there. So yeah, when it comes to the reloop tape, I'll be using this thumb drive. As I drop it, believe it or not, I just dropped it. Let me move you guys slowly to. Oh man, just my day. uh, Sorry about this. I get the thumb drive. It's so small that I dropped it, and I'm gonna move my phone, move the pillows. Oh, where's the thumb drive? Let me see where I put that thumb drive. There we go. There it is. You see how small it is? This thing is definitely small. But when it comes to the speaker thing, I don't know. I might just stick with that little small speaker right there, the Monster Audio Rock and Roll 3. It does perfect, and I already own it. There's no need of spending extra money on a speaker for ceremony when it's only like 30 to 45 minutes. Maybe even, I know it's less than an hour. It's definitely less than an hour long for the ceremony. So using the Monster Audio Rock and Roll 3, I've never had any problems with. It was just a user error being so far out in the field. I was actually over by the fence. I was way too far out from the crowd, and I was definitely going to have to move closer a bit so they can hear, their so they can definitely hear the microphone, so it won't cut out. Which I use the Hotech wireless lapel, and that thing doesn't do good when it's too far out over by the fence over at the Blessed Barn. What would you recommend for a lapel? I don't know. I guess it just depends on your budget of how much you're willing to spend. I mean, there are so many out there, but for a battery-powered wireless lapel, I don't know. I mean, I have a Hotech wireless lapel, but I don't know. I mean, they both have rechargeable batteries. Yeah, both the transmitter and the receiver have a rechargeable battery, but I don't know. You just have to do your research and how much you're willing to spend and what brand you're looking at, because there's different brands out there for wireless lapels. I mean, I'm still trying to think about that. I actually have that same question of what other DJs would recommend for a better wireless lapel for ceremony. Especially as we head into 2022, I actually want to look professional and sound professional. So I'm trying to get rid of all the beginner equipment and move up to more professional equipment. That's what I'm trying to. I was asking myself the same question over and over of what other DJs recommend for a wireless lapel, especially to upgrade the Hotech, which doesn't do too well when you're too far out. It doesn't have enough range. So it cuts in and out randomly, and the antenna is very flimsy. And it's definitely not that good when you're more than a certain feet away from the officiant. I mean, it was perfect at my friend Brooke's wedding. I mean, I had a few dropouts, but for my friend Brandon and Ashley, I had more dropouts than any before. What would you recommend for a lapel? I'm not sure. I actually read that, and yeah, it's definitely hard. I've been asking myself the same question of what I recommend for a wireless lapel, because I mostly bought my lapel off Amazon, and they have the cheap budget brands that no one has ever heard of, like Hotech and Tonor and things like that. So I would actually look at Guitar Center and see what they got. They actually have the well-known brands like Audio Technica. I don't know what brands they would have. Let me just grab my phone here, go to the Guitar Center's website, and see what they got for a wireless lapel. And so I keep getting messages from my church. So I'm going to go to guitarcenter.com and look at some of their microphones. We're going to shop by department and go all the way down to microphones and review all microphones. I mean, there's Shure. There is, man, my throat. I mean, there's so many out there. So I guess I'll just type in the keyword lapel mic. Search. There's the Shure BLX 14 lavalier, but then you have to plug it into a AC power outlet, so it's not fully battery powered. I mean, it's hard to tell what the boxes are, if they're AC power, plug into a wall or plugs in with the battery. But it's really hard how it powers up, if it's battery powered or plugs in with the wall. Batteries, okay, I guess it's for the actual lapel itself, but for the box itself, it's hard to tell what the how it powers up, if it's with a. Okay, so the BLX4 is a single channel wireless receiver with microphone controlled internal antenna diversity. The BLX transmitter offers up to 14 hours of continuous use with 2 AA batteries. And it doesn't really show if it's battery powered or AC, especially with the box that it comes with, the transmitter, if it's plugged into the wall or something that's battery powered. I would love to have something that's battery powered. So yeah, there's the Shure BLX lavalier system for about $300, which isn't too bad, and it's made by Shure. They also have a pack of 2. Let me see here. The Shure BGXD 14/93 digital wireless system with a WL93 lavalier mic. So this thing here, let me take a look at the back. It's hard to tell how to zoom in. Especially for an outside wedding ceremony. I don't see anything in the back. Maybe it is battery powered, especially the box that it comes with. I might try to get one of these in the future as we upgrade the Hotech. Hotech is definitely a cheap budget brand, but having a battery powered system, I definitely need a box that is like a transmitter and receiver that are both battery powered and doesn't plug into any outlet or anything. Because where I DJ and do wedding ceremonies, yeah, there's no power outlet. I mean, there's a lot of different wireless lapels. AKG, Shure, Audio Technica. But I guess it depends on how much you're willing to spend. I mean, they have budget brands as well, like Galaxy Audio, stuff that I've never heard of before. There's the Sennheiser XSW lavalier system for $319. And this is all on Guitar Center's website. They have better gear than Amazon. Amazon is definitely the Chinese type of DJ gear when it comes to build quality and the price. I'm not really a big fan of Amazon anymore now that I've switched over to Guitar Center and them having a better selection. Maybe this is battery powered. I don't know. It doesn't say. And of course, you can do contactless curbside pickup, what I like about Guitar Center. If I'm ready to buy whatever, I can go to Guitar Center and pick it up. That is absolutely amazing. I mean, you gotta love Guitar Center. So there are Shure microphones. There's all different. There's Audio Technica, Sennheiser. I mean, there's so many out there. It makes it confusing on what I'm looking for in a wireless lapel. One of the key features that I'm looking for in a wireless lapel is definitely the 100% battery power that is plug and play with no power plug whatsoever. Especially with the Monster Audio Rock and Roll 3, if I want to use it, you have to plug it in and it doesn't work. So battery powered stuff is definitely better for me when it comes to ceremony, because I usually DJ ceremonies that I don't have access to an outlet. Those are better for indoor ceremonies where I can just simply plug in my wireless lapel and boom. But that's not the case. Most of the ceremonies that I do, they're outdoor. So trying to find something that's 100% battery powered is definitely hard, especially from Shure, Sennheiser, Audio Technica, AKG, all those other different brands. So for DJ Pretty Boy, hope that answers your question. It just depends on your budget, where you're looking. I mean, Amazon, on the other hand, compared to Guitar Center, they have the cheap budget brands like Tonor and Hotech and those cheap budget brands that I would stay away from. It's like with a mixer, they have the cheap budget brands. I mean, they do have some well-known brands like Yamaha, and Amazon has some really good brands as well, but they're big on the budget brands like Hotech and Tonor for microphones. They have other brands out there as well. But I wouldn't really recommend anything right now because I haven't really used a whole lot of wireless lapels in the last 3 years. I've used one wireless lapel in the last 3 years of me being a DJ. And that is the Hotech wireless lapel, which doesn't do a very good job, especially with, having, great signal and great coverage. I was out in the field with no blockage whatsoever, but I guess I was too far out. Other than that, the wireless lapel does a really good job when it's up close. And the antenna, the antenna range is not that much. It's not that much. And all throughout the ceremony, I was mostly messing around and trying to get the sound going on the wireless lapel. And it was so far out, like I couldn't even hear it, and it was cutting out. So I would actually stay away from Hotech and get something like Shure or Sennheiser or Audio-Technica, one of those brands out there. So as a pro tip, here is your pro tip for the day. Always buy quality equipment. Never buy anything cheap. And that comes to the price as well as the built quality of your gear. So as a pro tip, if you want to make it into the DJ world and, get better gigs, you got to have better equipment, because your equipment will say a lot about you as a DJ. Because if your clients see your gear from the dance floor, they're going to say, hey, this guy might be a good DJ because he has some quality equipment. He has some well-known brands, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make myself look better when buying better equipment. And if you have cheap equipment, they'll say, hey, this guy's a cheapskate, something like that. So yeah, when it comes to a wireless lapel, I would stay away from the budget brands like Tonor and Hotech, because both of them are not that good. Even though they're built nice, it's not a well-known brand. So I'm actually going to be working on upgrading my I'm going to upgrade my wireless lapel to something from Shure or Sennheiser or Audio-Technica or anything like that is well known in the DJ industry. That way I know it works. That's why you want to get quality equipment, so it works, and it's a trusted brand, and it's going to work and last you a long time. But if you guys have any other questions for me, leave it in the live chat. Leave it in the live chat. I'll be sure to answer it as much as possible. Oh man, it's already almost 4 o'clock. I need to make myself something to eat. So, wow, I've been streaming for 2 hours. That is insane. But since we are kind of losing our followers, or right now some of our viewers, it's a good time than ever to end the stream right now, since there's really nothing, much more we can say. But that's what I'm going to do for my birthday in 2022. So for my 28th birthday, I would love to try and upgrade my microphones. That's the last thing to upgrade is my microphones. When is your next live stream on Instagram? Probably tonight after dinner. That way I don't feel rushed or anything. But probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock. So I'm getting ready to eat dinner right now. Yeah, I want to make me some dinner right now and take a quick shower, fresh myself up, so I can get ready for the live stream on Instagram. So I guess we'll talk about the same things we talked about on YouTube. But I definitely don't want to talk myself too much. That way my throat is, my voice is going out. So I definitely don't want my throat to dry out too much that I lose my voice. But I don't know if I'll be doing an Instagram live stream or not, based on that I talked for almost 2 to 3 hours. I definitely need to start kind of resting my voice a little bit, especially after doing this live stream for 2 to 3 hours, a little over 2 hours. But my next live stream on Instagram is probably tonight when I give my voice a rest. Definitely. But yeah, my next live stream on Instagram is probably tonight around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I'll probably end around 9 or 9:30 and then call it a night. That way I can get my music ready on BPM Supreme and download our songs for today. Because today is Thursday. So today is our day of downloading music from BPM Supreme. And that is that's actually a record pool I highly recommend, BPM Supreme. It's the cheapest and it's also the easiest to use. So I got to go on. So I definitely have to do the live stream before 9 o'clock, which is when I download the music. Because when it hits 9 o'clock, it's time for me to chillax for the night. So, yeah, 9 o'clock is definitely that time to stop what I'm doing and just watch TV, whatever, for the night. And then go downstairs to my bedroom at a decent time, like around 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and lay in my bed, watch TV for a little bit, then go to bed, get up the next day. So I'm not going to do my Instagram live too long. I will definitely look at the clock of when when to end the stream, so that way I can go to bed at a decent time. I can go downstairs. I can go downstairs to my bedroom at a decent time. I can stop what I'm doing at a decent time, because I just hate staying up here until 12, 1 o'clock in the morning doing a live stream. So my next live stream on Instagram is probably tonight. I mean, we're not going to go too much. So with tonight's Instagram stream, it's definitely be completely different. No special guests. Yep, absolutely none. The special guest is for if I do have that time. But I don't know when my next special guest stream is going to be. Probably never. Because I definitely want to get especially tonight, I want to get my live stream done at a decent time. I need to go to bed at a decent time. And I need to just chill. I just need to relax. I can't keep doing Instagram and YouTube and other live streams on a daily basis. I just can't. Especially after working a whole lot this summer. The summer is definitely the busiest season of the year. I mean, every summer is. Especially when I'm constantly at my office or wherever, whatever the case may be, I'm always busy. So, I hope that answers your question, DJ Fresh Vince. My next Instagram live stream is definitely tonight around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Because I'm going to eat my dinner now and then go down and do my live stream at a decent time around 7:30. And then probably end around 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock. So I can get ready to download music off of BPM Supreme and put our songs into the software. I was going to do that this morning, but I guess I didn't have time. So my next Instagram live stream is definitely tonight around 7 or 7:30. I mean, if we don't start at 7, it's going to be 7:30. So I hope that answers your question. And thank you all so much for watching this YouTube live stream. There's going to be a lot more to come. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video or when I go live. Because I'm trying to reach up to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. and in the start of 2022. Let's see how many subscribers we have now. As of right now, I have 481. So tell your friends, tell your family to subscribe to DJ Cool Thing. Yeah, there we go. 2 thumbs down and 1 thumbs up. Weird. Yeah, DJ update for July 15, 2021, discussing upcoming gigs, gear, and more. And of course, we can talk about music. Like, we actually did talk about music. We talked about how rock music isn't really my type of music to play at a gig. It's not really my cup of tea. It's not really my cup of tea to play at a gig. But if I have to do it for my cousin Cheyenne, then I will do it because she's paying me to DJ and play the music that she wants to play and what she wants to hear. So I got to play whatever she wants. It's like with Allie and James and all the weddings I've done. It's not about me. It's about the bride and the groom and what they want to hear. So if my cousin Cheyenne wants to hear rock music, so be it. I mean, she is paying me a really good, decent amount. It'll definitely be worth $50 an hour. Yeah, it'll definitely be worth $50 an hour to play rock music and kind of torture myself to death playing that music that I don't really like a whole lot. It's well worth it in the end. When I go to that gig on November 7th, same thing with the next few weeks. We'll have a party for my brother and his wife Christina. We're gonna have a really good time, and whatever music they want to hear, then that's what they want to hear. It's well worth $50 an hour to play a wedding. So it's well worth in the end. Especially here in Conway, Myrtle Beach, we have different budgets and stuff and different charges of how much we all charge as a DJ or a DJ company. But other than that, I don't know what to talk about. And of course, if I decide to stay at my church, Beach Church, yeah, if I decide to stay at Beach Church with everything that's been going on as of late, since last week, I don't know if there's going to be a 2021 Beach Church Fall Kickoff gig log or not. But I guess it depends on if I decide to stay at Beach Church or not. I'm not going to tell you why, but there have been some things going on at Beach Church that I don't really agree on, with the leaving of our pastor, who's been there for 14 years. And with that, I don't know if there's going to be a 2021 Beach Church Fall Kickoff, because I got to go where my family goes. And I mean, there may be a gig log for that. I don't know. Depends on if I decide to stay at that church or not. With everything that's been going on and all the changes that's been going on to the church as of late, I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, I'm not going to go into the details. But this may or may not change the course of my DJ gigs at the church and having gigs at the church for all their future events moving forward. So there's a lot of things I'm going to do. I mean, there may be the fall kickoff. Depends. But I will keep you guys up to date if we decide to. Man, my throat. My throat is definitely drying up. I definitely need to get something to drink. But other than that, everything's been going A-okay with the weddings, the parties, all the different events I've been doing so far this year. So there will probably continue the beach church gigs if I decide to stay at that church. But if not, then there may not be the beach church fall kickoff gig for 2021. But I guess it just depends on if I decide to stay at that church or not. But there will be a gig log, maybe for the fall kickoff if we decide to stay at the church. I mean, it's a tough decision to make, especially as a DJ, because if it wasn't for Beach Church, I wouldn't become DJ Cool Thing. There would be no YouTube channel. That's another thing I need to talk about is how Beach Church helped kick off my DJ career to where it is today. And that's something that I definitely want to talk about before I get off for the night, is how I became a DJ and what made me become a DJ. Well, I didn't really have a necessary need to become a DJ. It just happened, all because of Beach Church, because I was a volunteer there, and they wanted me to help out with a outreach block party, providing the music from Apple Music using my laptop, which at that time was a MacBook Pro, mid 2012, 13-inch. And I was plugging up with an RCA to 3.5 millimeter cable to the Bose F1812. And then I decided to become a DJ full time, seeing how much of a natural I was getting people dancing at that party. So it was because of that I started to invest in my first DJ controller, the Newmark Party Mix with Virtual DJ 2018, which was definitely the worst upgrade for Virtual DJ. Was 2018. It had the same look as it did back in the early 2000s. So 6 months later, I switched over to Serato, and I fell in love with it, with its professional look, its professional feel, its responsiveness, how quick it is to respond, especially with the knobs and the buttons and everything to respond quick enough to make that easy transition from one song to the next. And it just makes it easy for me as a DJ to use Serato than it is to use Virtual DJ or whatever software I was using at the time with the Newmark Party Mix. And we're actually coming up on the 2-year anniversary of the day I purchased the DDJ SR2 in the summer of 2019. So let's go to the unboxing video of the DDJ SR2 and see what day I actually took delivery of that controller. And that was the controller that really changed my life forever. And I was able to DJ professionally with all the features that the DDJ SR2 had compared to the Party Mix. So let's go down to the playlist. This would be a lot easier to go to the playlist. Go down to unboxings. Yeah, we'll go to the product unboxings. Here we go, unboxings. And it's going to load, do its thing. Here we go, unboxing and first look at the Pioneer DDJ SR2. We'll close out the playlist, and I purchased that. I took delivery of that controller on the 27th of July, 2019. That date is actually coming up in the next week or so. So July 27th. Yep. Coming up in the next couple of weeks. So July 27th, 2019 is definitely the anniversary of the day I took delivery of the DDJ SR2. So on that Tuesday, we'll definitely have a special 2-year anniversary video of the DDJ SR2, the controller that started it all. And it's not really the control that started it all for me. That was the party mix. And June 28th was definitely the 3-year anniversary. Yeah, June 28th, which was a Monday. That was the day that I took delivery of the DDJ, or of the Newmark party mix. And then July 27th, that was like a year and 1 month later that I took delivery of the DDJ SR2 and made that switch over from the party mix to the SR2. And I worked hard for that on 4th of July weekend, which is why I got it in July instead of June, because I was working at the fireworks store 4th of July weekend. And then I got the DDJ 400 this year, and it's been an amazing secondary controller for those times where it's impossible to carry around the DDJ SR2. But yeah, there's definitely going to be a video of me getting the DDJ SR, or it's going to be an anniversary video of the day I took delivery of it. Talk about what has changed, what hasn't changed, and talk about my experiences. Instead of doing it in actual video, like a special video like we did for the 1-year anniversary, we'll just talk about what it's like, or what it's been like, using the SR2 for 2 years. And we'll talk about the things that I've broken in the last couple of years. We'll talk about how how I use it, and what my experiences are with the SR2, and based on using it for 2 years. It's going to be awesome. And then next year, in 2022, there's going to be a 1-year anniversary of the day I took delivery of the 400. Because I remember last year I did a video where I started off 1 year ago, where I just typed in the date. And we're not going to do that same video again. We're going to do like a short little live stream, because it's been 2 years already, almost, since I got the DJ SR2 from Pioneer DJ. So every year on, let's see, when I took delivery of the 400, March 12th. So every year on March 12th, we'll do an anniversary video of the DDJ 400. I like doing anniversary videos, especially of equipment that I'm still using on a daily basis. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream right now so I can, go eat dinner before it gets too late. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video or when I go live. Till next time, your boy DJ Cool Thing from Cool Thing Entertainment out. Peace.